What's up guys, Will here. And as you can see, I have another game of Domination on Havana, like I posted last time, but this time I'm using the AK-74U instead of the AK-47, so that's a little switch there. And in this match I'm using the rapid fire on the AK-74U, and I have to tell you, if you have not used rapid fire on this thing, you need to try it out, because it destroys face, to tell the truth. And as you can see, I'm fast forwarding here. And I'm going to fast forward some of the bits that I think are a little bit boring to bring down the time. But again, the AK-74U with rapid fire really destroys people. And there's really no letdown to that, except maybe at long range you're going to have a little more recoil. But if you burst fire your weapon, it's usually going to be alright and you're going to be able to take the guy down. Now, before I really wanted to talk about the game, I wanted to talk about a few things that are frustrating me a little bit with this game. And I'm not going to complain about them, because I know you guys don't like to hear complaining. But I think I'm going to offer some valuable input on what we could do to change them, or Treyarch could do to change them to make the game just that little bit better. And just for your knowledge, this game right here, I'm going to be holding down this spot in most of this game, or the beginning of this game, and picking off these guys. And that's a pretty good thing to do in Domination, because you're going to be able to halt these guys from taking B, and you're going to be able to defend your teammates while they cap it. So it's a pretty good spot over here. And I'm going to end up building up a pretty good kill streak. But anyways, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was knifing. And I know knifing is a big sort of controversy in Call of Duty. A lot of people have different opinions about it. And a lot of people have offered different ideas on how they could fix it. And as you can see there, I got sort of lucky. I get it lucky here a few times. And so with knifing, there's been a lot of suggestions. One of those is making it a 2-hit kill. And, you know, I don't think I'd have a problem with that, but I really don't think that would add to the game too well, where you're going around and having 2 hits to knife people. Whereas, because I feel the knife is a valuable tool, just the only problem I have with it is and I missed out on the double spray there. I'm sorry, I sort of keep going back and forth here, but I think it's a valuable tool, but making it a 2-hit kill is sort of not a good thing to do. And also, other people have said that they would like to make it where you can only use it when you have your secondary out. Now, that's another idea, but I really don't agree with that either, because I feel that you should be able to use it with any weapon you have out, and you shouldn't have to switch out to use it. And so I think I have a good little idea here on how I can make it work a lot better for everyone, and that is to put it on the D-pad. Now, if you see down there on the D-pad, you usually have your equipment on the top of it, and your kill streaks to the right. Now, I'm thinking you could just put your knife on the left of that D-pad, so when you wanted to take your knife out, you just hit the left of your D-pad, and there's a little animation where you're taking your knife out, and it's a little bit faster than when you take out your pistol when you're switching from a primary. And I think that would solve the problem quite easily. First of all, people like Only Use Me Blade are still going to be able to run around with their knife, but it's going to totally eliminate panic knifing. And the only times you're going to be getting knifed, if they did that, would be either if there's a guy running around with his knife, or there's a guy that anticipates you and takes out his knife before you come into a room or something. So I think that would solve the problem, and is a pretty good solution. Now the next thing I want to talk about is that RCXD car. Now, I really don't have any ideas how to fix this. All I know is it frustrates the crap out of me, because it's only 3 kills to get one of these things, and 2 if you have a hardline on. And every 3 seconds it seems that you got this little RC car coming around and blowing you up. And I know you can use flak jacket, but I don't think you should be forced to use flak jacket just because someone's gonna, and there goes the car right by me there, use flak jacket just because everyone's getting one of these things every 3 seconds. And I don't know, a lot of people have said either make it a 5-kill streak or make it where you can only get it in care packages. And sorry to interrupt myself here again, but I want to talk about this guy right here. Only Use Me Tomahawk, it seems. The few deaths I do get in this match, it seemed like most of them come from this guy that's always winging his tomahawk at me. And I do have to give him some props, because he was pretty good with that tomahawk there, but it was a little frustrating. But yeah, with the RCXD, really there's not many ideas you can give with that, and personally I don't know if you guys get really frustrated by it, but I know I sure do. The last thing I want to talk about is the kill streaks. Now, I feel that the kill streaks are great. The only thing I have a problem with is that when you get kill streaks, they sort of stack upon each other. And I'm not talking about you can get one and then build it to another. I'm talking that when you, for example, if you have 7 kills and you have your Blackbird and Chopper Gunner equipped, if you got a double kill, for instance, your Chopper Gunner would go over your Blackbird and you would not be able to use your Blackbird. And actually, you saw me do that in a few videos ago where I thought I had my Blackbird, but I accidentally called in my Chopper Gunner. And this can be a big problem because a lot of times you want to be able to use certain kill streaks. For example, you could have your Chopper Gunner and Blackbird, but you would want to put your Blackbird up so you can, for example, get your dogs. However, you're not able to do that, and watch, here comes Only Use Me Tomahawk again. But you would not be able to do that again because you're going to have to use your Chopper Gunner first, and that might be not what you want to do. So it's quite annoying when you can do that. But I think there's a really easy way that they can fix this, and that would be to make it so when you press down on the D-pad, it would cycle through your kill streaks. For example, if you had your Chopper Gunner out, you just press down on the on the D-pad, and that would... God, there goes that guy again, right to the face. But again, you just press down and you'd be to your Blackbird, and you could just cycle through them. And also, there would be a little number by your kill streak. For example, if you had 3 UAVs, maybe there would be a little number 3 down there, so you could go, okay, I have 3 of these, and so then you could learn how you're going to use them. But I think that would be easy switch and make the game that much closer to perfect. And did you see that guy there throw this tomahawk again? He tried to get me again. I tell you, this guy's ridiculous. Anyways, I think if they made that small little change, it would make this game that much closer to perfection. And I don't know why they haven't done that in any of the Call of Duties. Starting Call of Duty 4, I know that, for example, you weren't able to switch through those, or in Modern Warfare 2, and you'd think that they'd change it at some point, but I don't know why they wouldn't have. But I think it would be an easy change. Anyways, I think those are the only things I really wanted to talk about, so here I'm going to get back to the game. And I guess sort of leave me with what you guys think about those changes and what else you guys like to see change in this game, if anything. So in this game, you saw in the beginning, I went on a pretty good kill streak and got my dogs there. And that's what I did most of my work with. And then for the rest of the game, I pretty much tried to hold down certain areas. And after I get a good kill streak like that, it ends up pretty much being game over for the other team, because those kill streaks are usually going to hold them in their spawn, and your team's going to be able to hold those 2 spawn points unless they are just absolutely horrible. And there goes, I think that guy had last stand or something, I'm not sure. That's the game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I really didn't talk about the gameplay much. 37 and 5. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on things they could change. Leave me a comment below with what you think about that, and I'll talk to you guys later.